Alright, we're going to go over the VLookup trim functions here. This whole function really is just kind of an error prevention type function. When you do the VLookup, it's all based around the VLookup, which will pull data from another table. But sometimes you get an error based on the text of it. And the trim function is just kind of helps prevent some of those errors. So it's best to see by going through an example. And first, we're just going to do a VLookup here. We've got the salesman here, and we want to find the March sales. So to do that, we're going to do a VLookup. We're going to pull in this name, and we're going to pull in the March sales, which is the fourth column. So let's do that. We'll do VLookup. We're going to look up Marty Jones in this table. We want to make sure the salesman's on the leftmost column, which it is. We want 1, 2, 3, fourth column. We're going to put false because it's an exact match. There, and we have NA. If we copy this down, we have 2 NAs, which means that it's an error, which means it didn't find Marty Jones in this table, and 1 where it did. So if we look at this closer, we're like, okay, the Marty Jones here, and there's also Marty Jones here. Why is this not pulling in? If you look closer, okay, we're on Marty Jones here. We put our cursor up here. There's no spaces here, and there's 1 space between Marty and Jones. If we go here and cell A4, it goes right to the end, and there's 1 space between Marty and Jones. If we go here, there's 1 space, but there's a space before Marty. And here, there's 2 spaces in between Marty and Jones. Sometimes, either when you're typing it, you might by accident put 2 extra spaces, or sometimes when you import data from another spreadsheet or CSV file, it's going to give you these types of errors. So that's one of the main error checks to find out when you get an NA. You first want to see if the name is in there. If it is, you got to make sure that it's exact. To get rid of this, we want to use the trim function. So let's say, let me show you how the trim function works. All it does is gets rid of all unwanted spaces. It doesn't get rid of all spaces. It's still going to leave a space where there should be one, like 1 space in between a name, between 2 words. So if we do trim, parentheses, say Marty Jones, which is cell A2. Now if you look at it, you can tell there's no spaces at the beginning, and there's only 1 space in between here. So now this should match. So what we can do, instead of looking up cell A2, which is this, we can insert a function right in here called trim A2. So now instead of looking up Marty space Jones, it's really looking up Marty space Jones in here. Now when we press OK, there. Now we've got our result. And if we copy this down, it's showing up everywhere. Because even if there's a space here, trim is taking that space out of there. And the VLookup is only looking at the correct form of the word, which is Marty space Jones. It's going through here, and like there it is, Marty space Jones. It finds it, goes to the 2nd, 3rd, 4th column, pulls in 14,769, and that is our result. So that's an overview of how to use the VLookup trim function.